I don't know what colour to take. Right, this murky yellow one seems right.
This is pink with green, blue, and red spots on it.
That can't be good.
I think it's bubblegum.
Oh, this is marshmallow. That's alright.
It's a nice one, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
Welcome to the Let's Talk Films podcast. We talk all things to film. Blah.
Oh, start that again.
Fuck that, isn't it? Welcome to the Let's Talk Films podcast, where we talk all things film and television. I forgot what I say now. What do I usually say?
You introduced me.
That's pretty much it.
Us, but it's just me.
With me this week, Lewis.
I'm back.
We're still not saying surnames on this.
No, Brandon said no surnames.
Because it's weird, isn't it?
It's kind of weird, yeah.
I don't like... I always feel like I should be going, with me this week is Lewis blah 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 and you and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
But it's just, with me this week is Lewis.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Lewis is back from his travels.
My American travels.
His American travels.
Mm-hmm.
And you and Brandon were both meant to be back, but they're not.
Yeah. Work and illness has taken them away from us.
Yeah. So, fuck you guys.
Yeah, you're missing out on some beans.
So Lewis brought back these
Bertie Bott's every flavoured beans.
Bertie Bott's every flavoured beans.
From Harry Potter World.
And, you know, we've been sitting here eating some, and we may continue to throughout the podcast. But, you know, some of this shit's vile.
So if you hear us like go, oh god, then you know why.
Yeah.
Because we've just eaten a vomit jelly bean.
I think I had like a rotten egg one earlier. And it's possibly one of the most disgusting things I've ever had in my life.
I'm avoiding the yellow ones.
They can't be good. Because I had a banana one that wasn't completely yellow. Yeah. So those actual yellow ones can't be good. I reckon they're trying to trick you into thinking they're banana.
Yeah, you avoid the one with brown patches on it because you think that's going to be bad, but that's the banana one.
Yeah. Yeah, so we may as well get into news because...
Let's talk films instead of jelly beans.
Yeah. So, Lewis, there's been not much news because Comic-Con happened last week.
Yeah,
and
so it's all...
No one really cares about anything this week. I guess we'll start off with this. Han Solo. It's going to be a trilogy of Han Solo films, apparently. This isn't official confirmation.
Right.
But, you know,
rumors,
an anonymous source
has
claimed that there'll be 3 Han Solo films.
I don't know if I even want just the one.
We'll
see. I want to see how Rogue One is. Rogue One, if that's good, then I'll trust it.
Yeah.
But I'm not completely sold on the Han Solo movie.
Yeah, I get you.
Solo movie.
Solo. Yeah.
I don't know. I'll have to see. I've not seen the... Who is it? Clint Eastwood's son.
Is that who it is?
I think so. I might be wrong.
I'm just going to look it up.
Yeah.
But,
I know he was in the running. I'm pretty sure he was confirmed.
Yeah, he was in the running. I know that.
Maybe he's just the only one I remember. So I just assume that he's the one who got it.
Yeah. Yeah, we don't need trilogy, surely. Yeah. I'd prefer that... I know it's Alden... Oh. No. I don't want to say that name. Alden Ehrenreich?
Alden Ehrenreich. I'm not reading it, so I'm just going off what you said.
I think that's
right.
Somewhat
so it's not Clint Eastwood's son then. Well, I've not even heard of him, so I don't know how good he is.
No, I don't think I've ever seen him in anything.
Right. So
yeah,
I just think
I'd prefer with the spin-off films that they're doing to just have standalone spin-off films.
Yeah,
because that's what I want out of these. I don't want big overarching stories like we've got in the regular Star Wars films. Just have something off to the side, you know.
Yeah, like
have something with Bosk.
Yeah, you have your steak with your main series, and then you get a side of fries.
Yeah,
with these spin-offs, but you don't want your fries to start being bigger than your main course.
Beautiful analogy there.
Yes.
Absolutely beautiful.
I'm known for my analogies.
All right, yeah. So that's that. Who really cares? Who really wants three Han Solo
nerds
films?
really care, Dan.
You know what? Nerds can do one. I don't care. You heard me right, nerds. Get out of here. I don't need you.
I've seen a lot of nerds recently in my travels to.
Oh yeah. Well, you've been in Harry Potter world.
Yeah. I was looking at the prices.
Harry Potter nerds are like the funniest nerds though.
They are.
There was someone on my Snapchat the other day that was posting. They've got like the new that Cursed Child script, and they're like, got the new book for the Harry Potter of the Harry Potter series. It's like, it's a fucking script, mate.
A script for the play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know why they can't just make it into a book.
Is it not a book?
No, it's literally a script, and they've made it book shaped, and they're selling it to people.
See, I didn't know. I'm not even keeping up with that.
It's ridiculous, but it's really funny because like, I think we both have an acquaintance that we know.
Yeah, I know exactly who you're talking about.
You know what I'm talking about, and they post on their Snapchat quite a lot about Harry Potter. And just nerdy stuff in general. Yeah. And I find it really funny. Like, it's just really... I mean, I'm a nerd, and I accept that. But I don't post about being a nerd.
No, definitely not. The only things I posted on my Snapchat for the entirety of my trip, I posted the Disney castle.
Yeah.
The dragon on top of Hogwarts. Well, not Hogwarts, the Gringotts.
It's
on there. And then the Jurassic Park gate. And they were on 3 separate days, so I didn't annoy anyone, hopefully. Yeah. Just wanted to share my experience.
But I just get like, there's at least 10 Snapchats a day from this person.
Yeah. I don't want to get too specific.
And at least 7 of them are nerdy.
Yeah.
But the funniest ones are when they don't know what they're talking about.
Yeah.
But I see this with a lot of people, especially the Harry Potter fans, because like,
some of the prices in the shops in this place. It was a brilliant place, by the way. It was like all the buildings looked great. You could buy these wands, and if you stand in a certain position,
I remember going. It's
really good. Ago. Yeah, but the prices in the shops are just astronomical.
It's insane, isn't it?
How much do you think these beans cost me?
Like
how many there are?
I want to say. Because that's like just a regular bag of jelly beans,
it
really.
Is, yeah.
If that.
Yeah. But you're not even enjoying them because most of them taste like shit.
Yeah. I'm going to guess about $5.
No, double that. It was $10.
What?
Yeah.
America, get your shit together.
It's not all of America. The other places that weren't theme parks were reasonable.
I noticed Harry Potter World was the worst for it when I was there. Because the theme parks are bad, and there's no question about it.
Yeah.
But Harry Potter World, I think I went into like the wand place at one point. I don't really care for Harry Potter. And
Ollivanders.
I think by what I'm about to describe is it's completely noticeable that I don't care for Harry Potter. You're gonna
piss off a lot of fans that haven't been there, and you have.
But there was just like shit everywhere, and I don't think I saw anything for under about 35 quid at least.
Yeah.
And the wands, I don't know if there was anything special about these fucking wands, but there wasn't a wand under 50 quid.
Well, yeah, no.
Well, $50 even.
$50, yeah. You have to remember that, but it's not that different. That's about 45.
Yeah,
pounds.
Exactly.
That's a lot of money. I went to the...
On a piece of wood.
Yeah.
It's just a stick.
It's just a stick.
I don't care what you say. It's a bloody stick.
It's a stick what looks like the one that Harry Potter waved in the air.
You know what? I'll get a knife, right? I'll go outside, get myself a twig, bloody carve it into that shape. I'll be fine.
There were very expressive ones as well. There were a lot of on-the-nose evil ones. There was this one that was just a skull on the end of it.
Why? What wizard would be like? How could I be inconspicuous with my evilness? I know. I got a skull on the end of a wand.
Well, the wand chooses the wizard, so the wands have already been made. So when he's got his wand and it's like, oh, this one's calling to you, and it's got a massive skull on the end of it, he's just thinking, I must be evil then.
Can they not like alter their wand though? Just cut the skull off it.
Just cut the skull off the end.
You know, this wand obviously it's paired with me, but you know, I'm not liking that skull.
Liking the style. I need to get rid of it. If you've got a skull on your wand and then you're putting Slytherin, then you know you're pretty much going to destroy the world.
Well, just if you're putting Slytherin anyway.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I took that test on the Pottermore.
Oh,
I'm
yeah?
in Slytherin.
Oh, mate.
I'm a big old Slytherin.
I've never taken it.
You should take it.
I just know I'll be in like fucking Hufflepuff or some shit.
Yeah,
though.
you know, Hufflepuff is the Puckwudgie of the British Hogwarts.
On to other news. That was a massive tangent. Beetlejuice 2, Michael Keaton has said that he knows absolutely nothing about it. And
was he been confirmed in it? Or
no.
Has it even been confirmed?
There's just been rumours flying around for years, and Tim Burton said that he'd like to revisit it, and the girl said that she'd like to revisit it, but yeah, apparently Michael Keaton's like, yeah, I don't know shit about this, boy. I don't know nothing.
Flawless Michael Keaton impression.
I don't know nothing about it. Yeah.
I mean, I'm done with sequels, especially sequels to films that are like really old.
Yeah.
The exception to that being Mad Max Fury Road.
Yes.
But I'm going to say that was a fluke. Don't do it again.
You saying that's a fluke, eh? Are you saying?
Like, it's
are you saying that?
It's not a fluke. It's a one-off. I misspoke.
Yeah, I think. So what are you saying? He's saying Star Wars shouldn't.
Oh, Dan, you've got me.
I threw something to mess up your thing, which I forgot the analogy.
Did, but you threw a spanner in my works.
I did.
But I also throw this spanner in your works. What about the prequels?
Well, you know what? I'd rather kill myself than watch them again. So you got me there.
I got you there.
Yeah, there's a lot of old films that are getting these sequels now.
Well, you see, if Tim Burton's going back to it, then he'll Tim Burton it.
Yeah, well, Tim Burton hasn't done anything good since. No.
Have you seen the trailer for the new thing, like the new X-Men rip-off that he's doing?
Oh, it looks terrible.
Miss Peregrine's School.
Yeah, I saw that.
For something instead of Xavier's School for Gifted Youngsters.
It's literally X-Men, but he's Tim Burton.
Yeah, it's Tim Burton's X-Men.
Yeah, it's I like Beetlejuice. It's not great.
It's not deserving of a sequel all these years later, really.
No, definitely not.
It works as a standalone.
Yeah.
See, my thing with the sequels is if it's unnecessary, don't do it.
Yeah, well, I think what's happening at the moment is they're going, people are getting sick of reboots.
Yeah.
Sequels.
No. People getting sick of reboots. Original films, please.
Yeah. Speaking of sequels, James Cameron admits to overwriting on the Avatar sequels. The sequels that everybody needs.
Yeah, everyone they were craving for these sequels after seeing the first environmental documentary about why we shouldn't pollute.
Documentary.
Well, mockumentary. There you go.
Yeah, Avatar is possibly my most despised film
you really
of all
don't
time.
Like this.
I absolutely hate Avatar, mainly because it's just so undeserving of being the highest grossing film of all time.
Yeah.
And I was really, really hoping Star Wars would knock it off.
Yeah.
It just didn't quite make it.
No.
And I broke down. I broke down.
I don't see why though. Why? How did more people go and see Avatar?
I honestly don't know. The film, sure, I guess you can say it's revolutionary for 3D, but
yeah,
when you're saying something's I can't say that.
Revolutionary
for 3D.
Do you want me to say it for you?
Yeah, please.
Just say it was, and I'll say revolutionary.
When you're saying that it was
revolutionary
for 3D, you're not saying much, because there's been nothing good come out of 3D in the past 10 years.
No. I haven't been to a 3D film for about 2 years now.
No, unless it's IMAX, because IMAX is you have to have 3D. But
like, there's no point to it.
No, not at all.
It doesn't bring anything extra to the film.
I think the only film I've seen where the 3D's been decent is Force Awakens.
Yeah.
Because you got that shot of the Star Destroyer that's really good.
Oh, yeah.
But then you've got something like Batman v Superman.
There's no need for it.
And it's just obviously flung on at the end. And that's just all spawned out of Avatar.
Yeah. There's always one shot in these movies that are in 3D. It's just like, oh, that was obviously for the 3D.
Yeah.
But it's like, I'm not going to enjoy the film anymore or less with seeing someone's arm come out of the screen for 1 second.
I don't think they even have that as much anymore. Like now it's just little floating particles.
Yeah.
It's like, great. I paid more money to see some particles float past my face while I'm trying to watch this emotional moment. Sick of it.
Yeah. Anyway, back to Avatar.
James Cameron admits to overwriting.
So what are these sequels even about then?
I don't know.
No one knows.
I don't understand, because it seemed to be pretty much wrapped up by the end of the first one.
Yeah. They got their message, they did their 3D stuff, done.
Yeah, but now they're on about going up to Avatar 5.
How? What story is there?
I don't know. I honestly don't know, and I don't get how he thinks people still care.
No. How old is that film now? Is it
2009 it came out.
2009?
So that was
That's even older than I thought it was.
That was when we went into high school.
Yeah. And now we're out of school.
Yeah.
We're done.
We're out of college.
Yeah. And he still thinks we care.
Yeah. It's just ridiculous. I'm not going to just say I hate Avatar over and over again.
Yeah.
But
it's 7 years old. No one cares. No one even cared 7 years ago, really.
No one cares.
It was 3D.
No.
Just give up on it.
It's ridiculous that it's happening.
And I don't trust James Cameron anymore after what he said about Terminator Genesis.
yeah. He said that Terminator Genesis was the real successor to Terminator 2, whereas he then said that what did you have then?
Cinnamon again.
Oh man,
I mean the red ones, they look.
The cinnamon ones are vile.
He said it was the real successor to T2.
And then he comes onto Star Wars and he's like, this isn't original in any way whatsoever. It's like, you endorsed Terminator Genesis. I can't take you seriously. Yeah, so, I don't care anymore.
No, I can't say anything else about it other than I don't care. And he's going to make 4 more films out of it.
Yeah, let's head on to TV news.
Okay.
We got a trailer for Walking Dead.
Oh yeah.
That we didn't cover last week.
No, you didn't.
It's an alright trailer, I guess.
It is.
For what they can show.
Yeah, because they can't show much. If they show just one character that was in the place.
Yeah, they're like, oh well, he's not going to die.
Yeah.
He can't die now. Why are they even trying to fake? Why are they doing this fake out thing?
But why? I still don't understand the finale.
No.
Why didn't they just show? It's if they showed who he's going to kill, I would have cared more. I don't care who dies now.
It's been too long now.
Yeah.
Whoever it is, all right.
Yeah, when I was watching that speech, which is a brilliant speech.
Yeah.
By Negan, it was a great performance and everything. And then I was like, oh, who's going to die? Someone's going to die. Oh my god, someone's going to die. And then someone died, but I don't know who it is.
Yeah.
And I cared in that moment who it was.
Yeah.
But now, half a year on, I don't care.
See, I thought they were going to hit him over... I say him. Hit whoever it was over the head. Because I thought, well, they obviously can't do the comics. They can't show that. So I thought, and then they'll just show it afterwards, like who it was or whatever. But no, just cuts to black. And I've seen a load of theories like over the past few weeks, and they're like, well, it can't be Glenn or Daryl because their hair goes over their eyes, and in that shot you don't see any hair.
That's brilliant. But they're the two candidates that I would want them one of those to die.
I don't even want Glenn in it anymore because he's so obvious.
Yeah.
I want Daryl dead.
You want Daryl dead?
Because I'll care.
Yeah.
I won't care about anyone else unless it's Michonne, but there's no way they're killing off Michonne.
No. It's Rick, Michonne, and Carl are safe.
Yeah.
Like, definitely.
Yeah.
If they kill that randomer from the other one.
I forget his name.
I think it's Aaron, Eric.
Yeah, I think it's something like that. Aaron.
But I don't care.
No.
I don't care about him. I don't know him. I don't even know his name.
No. This trailer did have some new stuff, though.
It did, yeah. The Carol and Morgan and Kingdom stuff.
Yeah, and I hope that they do something better with Carol's storyline this series.
Yeah, the last series was like, what's going on with you?
Yeah,
it
didn't really work.
Are you actually a pussy? What's happened to you, Carol?
Yeah, it was a weird one. I quite like Morgan's stuff, but
yeah, I did like that episode. Morgan episode. I enjoyed that.
Yeah. And then we got new character reveals. Well, a new character.
Yeah. Well, what if you count the tiger, Shiva?
I don't want to count the tiger because it's really obvious that it's not there.
Yeah. So Ezekiel is revealed. I do like this character. He's one of my favorites from the comics.
Yeah. It's pretty cool, to be fair.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got a massive fucking tiger.
He's got a pet tiger, yeah.
And you know what? In the comics, it's really cool and it works, but in this, it does not.
Yep, I don't know if it's going to having a massive tiger on a TV show.
So there's a shot in the trailer where the tiger like lunges forwards.
Yeah.
And it's just dreadful. Like, it's really bad CGI. I was liking it. They revealed him, and then I turned to you and I was like, are they going to have the tiger? Really excited. And then they showed the tiger and I physically went, ugh.
Dan was physically repulsed by the quality of the CGI.
It's not... I just don't understand how they can get the lighting wrong in this day and age. Like,
yeah.
It's so easy to match the lighting now. And it doesn't make sense how they messed it up so much. It looks like just completely out of place. It looks like they've got some stock footage...
Yeah.
And they just click and dragged it in and just dropped it over the frame. And they're just like, oh, that'll do. That's cool.
That'll do. It's fine. No one watches this anymore anyway.
Yeah.
You're going for another bean.
I think I got another bubblegum one. I hope.
I think it could be earthworm.
I hope not. They're minging. Well... I'd imagine.
I don't know what an earthworm tastes like, and I don't know how they know what an earthworm tastes like to make an earthworm jelly bean.
They must just have one guy just testing a load of random disgusting stuff.
Yeah, eat this earthworm for us so we can make a jelly bean out of it. Okay.
What'd you get?
I got a cherry one. That's fine.
Nice.
My risk with the red paid off.
Yeah, so... I don't like the tiger. But other than that, it looks pretty decent.
It does, yeah.
I'm very off and on with The Walking Dead. There was some amazing episodes last series.
Yeah.
Like, especially like after the mid-season break.
Yeah.
There was like 3 or 4 just brilliant episodes, one after the other.
Yeah.
But then it slowed down dramatically.
Yeah, that first episode after the mid-season break.
That was brilliant.
It was like panel for panel from the comics, like one sequence.
I loved the bit with when he was chopping the arm off.
Yeah.
Although they didn't have the scream, like because in the comics, she's like, "Rick, help!" and like she's getting dragged into all the walkers and stuff while he's cutting off her arm.
Yeah.
But other than that, the whole thing was.
But the
just
thing
brilliant.
is, there's people I know that are like, oh, they're really close to the comics now. They haven't read the comics, but they're claiming that it's close to the comics because they heard that this one sequence was panel for panel.
Yeah.
They're not very close to the comics at all.
I don't get that. They know that comic's old, right? And you don't need to It doesn't need to be a new comic to do it panel for panel. Yeah. It's weird. Shows like this, where it's based off the source material, that's still continuing. And Game of Thrones had it to some extent. People will just... they'll be like, oh, we're really catching up now, and they just have no clue what they're talking about.
Yeah, like people are like, oh, Game of Thrones is all caught up with the books, but it's not. There's so much other stuff in the books that the TV show hasn't even touched.
Yeah, it's bizarre how people they'll hear one thing online and they'll be like, well, I know everything about this now.
Yeah.
I can tell you everything that happens from this point forward.
No, you can't.
Yeah. But speaking of Game of Thrones, it's been confirmed that season 8 will be the final season. This has been known for a while.
It's been a rumour, yeah. But it's been confirmed now.
Yeah, it's been confirmed. So, yeah, that's it. That'll be the end of Game of Thrones.
I doubt that very much. I think there'll be some sort of spin-off.
Yeah, I think that what they've confirmed is that it's the end of the main series.
Yeah. The two main contenders, the Dunk and Egg comic series.
Right.
They might make a spin-off of that, or they might do a Robert's Rebellion spin-off.
That would be cool. I'd quite like to see that.
I'd much rather see the Robert's Rebellion, although I've not read Dunk and Egg.
I've not read that.
I might pick it up.
Yeah. So I'm happy with this.
The season 8 finish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it just means that they have a definite endpoint.
Yeah.
And that's what a show really needs. Because unlike Walking Dead, it's very clear that they know where they're going to end up. So they're not just constantly grabbing at things to try to get these characters to actually do something. Whereas Walking Dead definitely has that problem where they're just sort of meandering along.
Yeah. And then this happens.
Yeah, it's definitely a and then this happens type thing.
Yeah.
Whereas Game of Thrones, everything you see feels like it means something.
Yeah.
And that's because it does, because they know where it's going to end up. And yeah, I'm glad that they're not going to just drag it out like some shows, like, bloody Doctor Who. That should have finished.
Yeah, I stopped watching that. I watched the first half of the new series with Peter Capaldi.
Yeah.
Just gave up.
Yeah.
It's not because I hate Peter Capaldi either. He's all right.
I like Peter Capaldi.
The writing.
I'm gonna start watching again once Stephen Moffat leaves.
Yeah.
Because I hate him. I absolutely. He hates to see anything bad happen to the characters that he makes, and the same problem started to happen in Sherlock as well.
Yeah.
Where you know they're never in danger because Stephen Moffat's writing it.
Yeah.
And he loves these characters too much. It's irritating me.
It is. Yeah. Well, it's not irritating me because I stopped watching it.
Yeah, I probably should. I don't know if have you seen the trailer for the new series?
No.
His new companion looks really annoying, so I don't know if I'm gonna watch that.
Right.
She's sort of like Donna, but really like over the top with her comedy.
Right. Controversial opinion of mine. I didn't like Donna that much. Oh. I know, like, she's a fan favorite, but I know I preferred Rose. I was a Rose kind of guy.
Yeah, I think I preferred Rose, but it's probably just because that's like when I started watching.
Yeah, I don't remember Martha at all.
I know, I forgot she was a character.
Yeah. I just thought of it now after I was thinking of companions. Like, I'm sure there was someone in between Rose and Donna, and then that hit me.
Yeah. In other TV news, there has been official set pictures of the Superman casting for the Supergirl CW show. And I'll be quite honest, I got it here so that you can have a look at it, Lewis.
Yeah.
What's your opinion on that?
I mean, it's just discount Henry Cavill.
Yeah, well, my thinking was Superman's meant to be the peak of male fitness and perfection, and he's a lanky bastard.
He is
pretty scrawny.
Yeah.
And
I can confirm.
I don't think I've ever read a comic where Superman's got a wog eye.
Has he got a wog eye? I'm not looking close enough at this.
Look at this eye. It's just slightly off to the side.
All right, no offense to people with skewed vision, and this actor in particular. I don't know who he is.
No, right. I've seen other pictures of him.
He is,
and he's not got a wog eye. But this is possibly the worst picture they could have taken for this, because he's definitely got a wog eye in this picture.
He does.
He doesn't look physically fit. Really, like
No.
he looks a very average build.
Yeah. He's quite lanky, coming from another lanky person. I can confirm. Yeah.
He just doesn't look Superman enough.
No.
In my opinion.
He's not that much taller than her.
No, exactly. He must be about 5'10".
Yeah, I'm taller than him.
Yeah, so am I. It's ridiculous. Superman's meant to be 6'4". And he's nowhere near that.
Unless she's really tall.
Granted, she's wearing heels, but so is he. He's got about 3 foot soles on those shoes.
Have you watched Supergirl? Because I've not.
I've watched 3 episodes, right? I watched the first 2, and I watched the Flash crossover.
Yeah.
And the Flash crossover, it hurt. So, like, after coming from the Flash, because they've got, the Flash is brilliant.
Yeah.
Their costumes are spot on with everything. The writing's, it's not amazing, but it's good writing for what it is. And then going over to Supergirl, where the costumes look like something from the bloody Halloween shop in Mould. And
you're giving away where we live.
What, to the 20 people that have listened to this?
The 20 people that we already know.
Yeah, the costumes look terrible, and they don't save the day by properly fighting these people, but they don't save the day. The fire department saves the day. The Flash gets knocked out.
The regular firemen, not superpowered at all.
Yeah, the Flash gets knocked out. Supergirl falls out the sky, and then the villain they're against has electricity powers, and she gets hit by a stream of water from off screen, and then it cuts to the fire department.
All right, that sounds terrible.
But the CW have now picked up this show because it was on, I don't know, it was on a different network. But the CW have The Flash and Arrow and Legends of Tomorrow, which are all good shows. Bar the Arrow, the latest couple of seasons. But so I have higher hopes for it this series. But it's got to be better than the last one.
Right.
It's got to be.
Well, I might pick it up next series.
It's got to be better.
Yeah.
You don't understand, Lewis.
No, I don't.
It was just dreadful.
Okay.
I dropped my phone. So I think that's pretty much everything. As I say, there hasn't been loads of news. It's been quite a slow week, really.
Yeah.
So I think what we're going to do now is we've both been watching Stranger Things.
Stranger Things, yeah.
So we're going to get into that, and then depending on where we finish with that, because we're going to do spoiler free for that, we may talk just action films in well, I was going to say in anticipation for Jason Bourne, but it's already out, and I just haven't been able to go and see it. So yeah, we'll talk action films after that, because got to do something.
Are we not talking BFG?
We may do. I don't have much to say on it, to be honest.
Yeah, it's pretty.
In fact, let's do that now, because
let's get it out of the way.
Yeah, let's just get it out of the way.
So,
what were your opinions on BFG?
Look, I wanted it to be better because the BFG was like a staple for me growing up. I went in year 6. on World Book Day, I went to school dressed as the BFG. It was not a good day from my social standpoint, but it showed how much I liked it, and I really did like that book.
Yeah.
And I thought Steven Spielberg could like pull it off, make it good, but I mean it's all right. I just wanted it to be better.
Yeah, I think I've expressed my my problems with Steven Spielberg's family films before. I like his war films, right?
Yeah.
I like his Saving Private Ryan's. Any other stuff he's done. That one he did last year about the spies was pretty decent.
Oh, yeah.
I like his Jaws. It's so wartime, you know?
Yeah. War, the war against the shark.
Yeah. But I hate E.T.
Oh.
And I'm not a fan of Jurassic Park.
I know you didn't like Jurassic Park, but you don't like E.T.
E.T. I find to be one of the most overrated films of all time.
Oh.
I don't care for it.
Right.
It's boring.
I disagree, but fine.
I'll take your opinion down, mate, because E.T. is dull. But yeah, so I already have problems with Spielberg's family films.
Yeah.
And this didn't help him out.
Okay.
I didn't hate it by any means. Not like I hate E.T. But it wasn't great.
No, it wasn't great.
It wasn't great at all. I get that this is source material, but...
Yeah, it is a weird book.
Too many fart jokes.
There were a lot of fart jokes.
There's the bit...
The Queen farts.
The Queen's fart... I saw it coming.
Yeah,
and I was like, oh no, please don't. And then they did. And there was an elderly couple sat in front of me. Must have been late 60s, early 70s.
Yeah.
And they were having the biggest laugh of all time.
Oh, good. Yeah, I saw this in American cinema.
Oh, God.
And boy, howdy are they loud. They were roaring with laughter at every tiny joke. Like, he spits out his coffee because he doesn't like it.
Yeah.
That was, like, the best joke of the
Really?
film for them. Yeah. They love that joke.
I don't understand that.
No.
Because
yeah.
There was some... I like... I can't remember the actor now. I'm going to search this. But I liked the guy who played the BFG.
Yeah, he was good. He was...
Yeah. But it's just the film as a whole.
I didn't like the little girl. I didn't like her voice. I didn't like her acting. I didn't like...
Yeah, well, she seemed too smart for her own good.
Yeah.
I didn't like it.
But that is the character in the book.
I know,
I can't... All these things that I'm picking out of it, they're in the book as well.
I know, which is the weird thing, because it's good in the book.
It is, yeah.
And it's good in the cartoon film.
Yeah, I've seen that, yeah. I watched that a lot.
Yeah,
my granny has a copy of that.
But it's just not... It's not as good in this.
No, yeah, because it's real people. You're watching real people fart green gas everywhere. It is a bit weird.
Mark Rylance is it. That's who played the BFG. Yeah, so I liked him. As you say, though, the little girl wasn't great.
No.
I didn't hate her.
No, I just didn't like her.
No. I feel like she was a decent actor. Yeah. But the source material doesn't... Because it's such a cartoony book. Like,
it is, yeah.
It's so over exaggerated.
Yeah, it's a Roald Dahl book.
Yeah, exactly. And I think the only Roald Dahl film that's ever worked is Charlie and Chocolate Factory or Willy Wonka.
Willy Wonka, yeah.
Not Charlie and Chocolate Factory. Very sorry.
Not to bring back Tim Burton into it.
Yeah, that's the only one that's really worked, other than like his animated stuff, because what he creates is so just over the top and insane. And this is a film that shows that it's so over the top that it doesn't quite work in live action.
This was his favourite book.
Yeah.
Like, he would he used to like put the trumpet through his kid's window and pretend that he was the BFG. He always identified with the BFG. It was like his most personal character.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a bit weird because he was a bit weird.
Yeah, he's a strange man. Great man, but a strange man.
Yeah. Speaking of the Roald Dahl movies and cartoons and things, did you see that Ezio Trot short like a couple of Christmases ago?
No.
That's one of it. Is the book about the tortoises.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and there's this old guy who he fancies the old woman that lives downstairs of him in the apartment, and she has this tortoise, and then he like swaps it out every day to make it look like it's growing because he told her that it would grow if she said this rhyme like Ezio Trot rhyme, which is tortoise backwards, and so he keeps switching it out every day to make it grow bigger. Mm-hmm. It's quite a cute film, actually. It's just short, but it was all right. It worked because it's not massively Roald Dahl crazy kid turning into a blueberry weird. It's just an old guy trying to get with an old woman.
Yeah,
it's quite harmless, nice Christmas short. You're spitting out a jelly bean into a cup.
It's not nice.
What was it? I
don't know.
What colour was it?
Yellow and white.
Yellow and white. Earwax.
Yep, that'll be it.
Right, because shall I talk about what else I saw? I saw Finding Dory while I was in America.
What was your opinion on this? I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah.
I've been meaning to get around to watching it, but bloody hell, it came out on Friday over here.
Yeah, and it came out like a month ago in America.
Yeah.
So I saw it before it was out here, but then it came out here anyway while I was away, so it didn't really matter. So yeah, this was another kids' film that I was looking forward to. Oh well, I guess. You're spitting out another jelly bean.
I don't know what that was.
Was it white?
Yeah. It might have been a nice one. I don't like it. Yep.
Soap. Yeah, so Finding Dory, I was looking forward to this, even though I didn't want to see it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I wanted to see it, but I didn't.
Yeah.
Because I love Finding Nemo. It's a great story.
It's a really good film.
But I'm not convinced on the Pixar sequels.
No, I mean, the only sequels they've really got right so far is the Toy Story sequels.
Yeah.
Monsters University.
That was mediocre.
Yeah, I didn't mind it. I saw it like when it first came out, and I have a feeling that I wouldn't like it now.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a very mediocre film.
Yeah, and I'm sorry to say that this is also another mediocre film. There are some bits that I enjoyed. The octopus, Hank, I think he's called.
Right.
He was funny. He was well animated, and it took like a lot of work to get him right.
Yeah.
To get him the way he is, and he's great. The thing is it's Dory, and Dory was fun in Finding Nemo because it was just a bit.
Yeah, well, she's a side character.
Yeah, but having her as a protagonist, it's borderline annoying. Her memory loss. They overplay her memory loss so much. In this film. That
was the worry I had with this film.
Yeah,
because when you have a side character like Dory, she's got one thing, and like that's what she's known for now.
Mm-hmm.
When you have such a two-dimensional character, and you give them a spin-off and try to make them into a three-dimensional character, you either sacrifice their little quirk that they've got, or you sacrifice any attempt of making them into a 3D character.
Yeah.
And they just stay as they are.
Yeah.
And how did that come across with this?
They emphasize the quirk
a
lot.
Okay.
Like the start of this was like she was forgetting things like, I mean, I thought she got over it.
Yeah.
In Finding Nemo because she remembered 32 Wallaby Way, Sydney.
Yeah.
I don't know, but
you can't remember it now.
No, I can't remember it. But she remembered that, so I thought, she's with Marlin, so she remembers things, and well, she didn't. She kept forgetting things, and it was getting annoying. But I don't know with this film. I couldn't suspend my disbelief for some of it.
Yeah.
But I don't want to spoil it, but right, minor spoiler, the octopus drives a car.
Right.
So it was at this point where I was like, what am I watching?
So it's out of the water?
Most part, the octopus is out of the water for like the majority, if not all of it.
Can octopuses go out of water?
I don't know about octopuses. Octopi, I don't even know what the pluralization
is. I was under the impression that they're still fish.
Yeah, but he's out of the water. He's like suction cupping all over the wall. He's can camouflage. I didn't know that about octopuses. But
yeah, I've heard that, but
I can believe that. But yeah, he's out of the water, and he has like Dory in a like coffee mug, like like the glass ones.
Oh yeah.
He's got Dory in that, and then they drive a car the wrong way down a road and manage to survive with a load of fish in tanks in the back.
Yeah.
It was difficult for me to suspend my disbelief, and that was a problem because I can believe some of it. I can believe that a pelican can hold 2 fish in its beak and fly into a dentist window.
Yeah.
I can believe that a fish can be flushed down the toilet and survive, but I can't believe that an octopus can drive a car.
Well, is it the fact that the film's just it's not as good, so you don't forgive it as much?
It could be that. It could be a little bit biased. It could be because I'm not a kid anymore.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, yeah, that's the thing. I mean, I watched Monsters Inc. was one of my favourite films.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, and like I'd watch that over and over again. I used to have like a little Sully suit. I wore it till like I was 6, and at one point the tail just burst off it because I was too big for it. But yeah, that was like one of my favourite films. And then watching Monsters University after such a long period of time, it's not going to be as good because
it's not. No,
I'm not 4.
Yeah,
it's bound to be a bit disappointing because there's no way it's going to live up to the original. Because we've matured more.
Yeah.
Well, we'd hope we've matured more.
It's made me concerned for Incredibles 2, which I don't want to be because Incredibles is my favourite Pixar movie.
Yeah, same. I think I have a lot of faith in Brad Bird.
Yeah.
He did really good with Ghost Protocol. I haven't seen Tomorrowland.
No, I didn't.
Apparently it's not great.
Yeah.
But I still have faith in him.
Yeah.
And I also have faith in Incredibles because it that can be viewed on more levels than I think a lot of Pixar films, especially to comic book fans, because it's like a big parody of the genre, really, as well as a kids' film. So yeah, I still have hope for that. But I can understand why Finding Dory didn't quite have the same.
It was emotional. There was some emotional moments. There was when she does find her family. It is moving.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I don't like it. I did enjoy it. I'd watch it again.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, it's not as good as I wanted it to be. It's not as good as Finding Nemo.
No.
But it's fine.
Yeah.
I do want to talk about the animated short before it.
Right.
While Pixar do all this.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Right.
The animation in that it looks realistic. It's called Piper. It's about this little sandpiper. I think that's what they're called, little birds on the ocean. And there's a shot of the waves going over some rocks, and the birds, it's a bird's eye view shot of the birds getting shells from the sand, and the waves are going, and it just looks like a real shot of birds. It's amazing.
That's cool.
Yeah, and the short is really good. Piper, it's a good short little cute film.
Cool.
Brilliant.
I'll look that one up. Yeah, I think we may as well go on to Stranger Things then, and then see where we're up to after that.
Mm-hmm.
So this will be non-spoilers because I'm only at episode 6 because I went away for the weekend. But yeah, this is really good.
It's brilliant, yeah.
So this is only exclusive to Netflix, and I'm really happy with exclusive Netflix stuff.
Yeah.
It's been really good.
It has,
I've been watching like loads of exclusive Netflix stuff, and All of it's brilliant, and this is one of the best things they've released, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So the general tone of it, it's like Super 8.
Yeah,
but
I was
better.
thinking that. Yeah,
Like I quite liked Super 8. I wasn't huge on it.
Yeah, I didn't mind it.
But yeah, the tone of this is Super 8 but better. It's set in the 80s, and I really like that because they got like that electronica soundtrack to it, and that little theme at the start of every episode is really cool. I'm just loving this.
It's brilliant, yeah. I was thinking the same with you with the Super 8. There's the shots of them riding on their bikes.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
was like, this is like Super 8.
Yeah.
And E.T., but I know you don't like E.T. But it is that feeling that you get when you watch those films.
Yeah.
But better, because there's something driving it.
Yeah, and that's the thing, like, the mystery in this is really good.
Yeah.
So it's essentially about, like, a kid goes missing in the first episode, and the whole town's, like, out looking for him, but there's some supernatural stuff going on in, like, this shady lab, and then this random girl turns up with, like, these weird powers.
Yeah.
And everything sort of spirals out of those things.
It's like a small town, nothing really happens.
Yeah.
And then one of the main characters is the chief of police of the town. And in the first episode, he's like, nothing ever happens here. There's not much crime that ever goes on. And then this kid goes missing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought, so if we get into characters, because speaking of the chief of police, in that first episode, like when he first shows up, I thought, oh, well, he's just going to be like a dick.
Yeah,
that's exactly. I thought he was going to be like one of the antagonists for the series.
The first shot of him is he's shirtless on a balcony smoking.
Yeah.
With these like loose fitting jeans that he's not done the fly up for.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is the drunk asshole.
Yeah, yeah.
But he's not. He's a brilliant
character. And he's a really good actor as well. He's probably one of the best actors in it, I'd say. And his character's done really well, because although he seems like a dick in the first episode and a couple of later ones, he's given a reason to be a bit of a dick.
Yeah.
And it's just done so well, and I really like his character. He seems really conflicted about everything, but he doesn't seem... He's not, like, stupid.
Yeah, yeah.
Because it seemed like they could have gone that way with him, where it's like, he's just dismissing what this woman's saying and stuff. Like, he's dismissing what everyone says, but no, he sort of takes everything in and assesses the situation for himself. And I'd say he's probably the main character in it, but it's difficult to tell who the main character really is.
There are so many side stories that like matter.
Yeah.
And you're not watching a character and like, oh, this character doesn't matter. They all matter, and they all come together. Like, there are about 5 main characters.
Yeah.
There's the kids, the boys. They're all, I would say, there is one that stands out. The Mike. He stands out as the main of the 3, but still the other 2, they matter as well. And then there's the little girl. She's a main character. There's the mother of the missing kid. She's a main character.
And she's really good.
Yeah. And the chief of police is a main character. There's the main kid's sister, who's a main character.
Yeah.
There's the missing kid's brother, who's a main character. It's just, the characters in this are brilliant.
Yeah. Speaking of the kids, I was initially quite skeptical. I thought they'd be a bit annoying.
Yeah.
And truth be told, they were at the start.
Yeah, the guy without the front teeth.
The chubby one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He
was quite annoying to start with.
What's it? Dustin,
yeah. But those characters grew on me quite a bit.
Yeah.
And now I don't find them really annoying. He's good. He becomes good, like, I think it's like episode 4 when they've got the compasses and stuff. I quite like him in that one. Yeah, and so I'm always really happy when I see child actors that I don't immediately hate.
Yeah.
So I did find them annoying to start with, but I didn't immediately hate them. So it can only mean good things.
Yeah, I agree on that, because they're just like I was when I was young.
Yeah.
Yeah, the same things.
Yeah,
like the same things. I feel like
that's the thing. They're nerdy, but they're like a believable nerdy.
Yeah, they're not like over the top.
Yeah.
Like Big Bang Theory, over the top annoying nerds.
Big Bang Theory, right? That person on Snapchat goes on about Big Bang Theory all the time, and it's like, oh, Big Bang Theory, I'm such a nerd. It's like, nah, you're not. You're just caught up in nerd culture, and you think that that's an actual thing.
Yeah, my sister's recently got into it. I'm not happy with it. I shout at her every time I catch her watching it. Anyway, back to a good TV show.
Yes.
I feel like I would be these kids if I grew up in the 80s.
Yeah, because like they're into Dungeons and Dragons and stuff, and they're obviously nerdy kids.
Yeah.
But like in the sections when they're in school, they don't bring it up.
Yeah.
They're not like, oh, what card have you got? Have you got a necromancer too? Oh, I'll trade you. They're just like, they try to be normal kids, and they do get a bit bullied, but
that's not because they're talking about nerdy stuff.
Yeah,
it's just because kids are dicks.
Yeah. They do have like the radio club thing, and I quite like that.
But that's an after-school thing.
Yeah,
and they're not getting picked on for being in radio club.
No, they're just,
from what I can remember,
they're just getting picked on because
well, they got all the nicknames, aren't they? Because Lucas is getting picked on because he's black, I think.
Yeah, I think so. Well, it's the 80s, isn't it?
Yeah, Dustin's getting picked on because he hasn't got front teeth.
Yeah, and Mike's looks like
face.
A frog.
Yeah,
that's what they say.
He looks like someone from my chemistry class.
Which is, if anyone that we've mentioned on this today is listening, we're just gonna be offending.
Yeah, I don't think
everyone we know.
I don't think he's listening. I wasn't really that friends with him.
I'm gonna send it to him. I like watching something where I don't hate the kids, because I don't like to hate kids.
No,
but
I do.
Films and TV make that happen. So it's good to see something where I don't. They're great. Winona Ryder.
She's the mum.
Is the mum, yeah, and she's really good. Like
I do, yeah. I like that. I like her character.
Yeah. Because like obviously she's the mum of the boy who goes missing, and she's just really good at having an emotional breakdown. I'm like, this is what happened. All
this like weird stuff is happening, and she doesn't want to believe it. But it's right there, and it's happening, and she knows it's crazy, and no one's gonna believe it. She knows she's going crazy. Because she's seeing it, but she wants to find her son, and she thinks this is the way to do it, and it is the way to do it. And it's just brilliant. It is brilliant.
It's really good. And she's brilliant. Her other son, I'm not a huge fan of.
He's a bit weird.
His character, I'm not quite sure what they're doing with it. Obviously, you finished it.
I have. I finished it in a day. Yeah.
It could be like all resolved by the end or whatever, but from what I can tell, they're trying to make him and Mike's sister, like they're trying to get them into a relationship,
right? But
he was like creeping on her and her mates.
I'm not gonna say what happens.
No,
but like that is at that point. Yeah, that is what I was thinking as well.
Yeah.
And I was a bit weird. Like he takes pictures of her getting undressed.
Yeah.
At someone else's house.
And then she's fine with it.
And she's just fine with it the next day, and she's like going up to him and talking to him, and like that's weird.
Yeah. It's very strange. Also, her boyfriend.
I don't like him.
I hate him
because he is all the good-looking, perfect boys that I hated in my school.
Yeah. Well, the main thing I don't like about him is the guy was a creep.
Yeah.
But you don't break another man's camera.
No, I didn't like that at all.
I was really annoyed at that. Like, he should have to pay for that.
Well, I'll just keep watching.
All right, good. I hope he dies. Yeah. So the mystery in this is really good.
It is, yeah.
Because I'm 2 episodes from the end and I've got no idea what's going on. Like, I have no idea where it's going to end up. Like, yeah. I literally, although stuff has been unraveling, it's not really explained at all.
Yeah.
It's done really well. They feed you just enough to want to keep watching, but also that they don't accidentally explain it all.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's just...
The good thing about this mystery is that no one knows what's going on. There's not like some evil scheming person that knows everything behind it. Like, even the bad guys, the old guy, I don't know what he's called.
Yeah.
But he isn't 100% on what is going on.
Yeah.
He's trying to act like he does, but no one knows.
Yeah. It's good to see something, because, like, a lot of shows, like Sherlock or whatever, they'll try to keep the audience in the dark whilst the characters know what's going on. But it's nice to see something where just no one knows what's happening.
Yeah. Like the Sherlock, either Sherlock or the villain of the episode at the end is like, haha, I knew this all along. It was this, and I wanted you to do this, and I knew you would do that so that I could do this. But in this, it's like, I don't know what's going on, but I have some kind of vague lead, and we need to go for it. And that's brilliant, because that's the vague lead. There's nothing that they know that we don't know.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I really like, because I'm sick of watching shows, and this happens in films a lot now as well, where it's like, well, this was my scheme all along. It's like, that couldn't have been your plan.
Yeah.
There's no way in hell you planned that out.
There's too many things that could go wrong in that plan for it to fall the way it did.
Yeah, and in this, it just seems like there's a strange occurrence that's essentially a force of nature.
Yeah.
And you have to deal with that strange occurrence, and that's it.
Yeah.
You don't know how to beat them, and you have no idea what you're really doing. And your 3 best hopes at dealing with this are about 9.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, get to it.
Yeah.
That's the whole series.
The best leads are a tested on child.
Yeah.
A crazy mother who's lost her son, and the chief of police who isn't used to dealing with this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
They're the people you go to, and the people solving it are just little kids.
Yeah.
It's brilliant.
It's a really good series.
I don't want to say too much because I don't want to give it away. Because I know what happens. I'm not even 100% what happens actually. Yeah.
All right. So obviously I haven't watched the end.
Yeah.
But they've already confirmed that they're doing a season 2.
Brilliant. Yeah.
How open-ended is this?
Without giving too much away, I can see what they would do.
Right.
In the next season.
Okay, so it's not like all tied up.
It's not like
in a neat bow.
This ends. That's done.
Yeah.
They're all dead.
Yeah.
That's it. It's not like that. But there is an ending, and then there's like 1 month later.
Right.
And then something else happens, and you're like, that's what they're gonna do. But it's not like Independence Day Resurgence where they're like, oh, we can do this. It's just like this thing. It's like, oh, that was weird.
Yeah.
But that's gonna
just tease
roll
it a
out
bit.
into something else. Yeah.
All right, cool. So I'm happy that they've already like renewed the second series for this.
Yeah.
I think that's all I got to say on it, really.
Yeah. Without getting into spoilers, I think that's all we can say.
Yeah. We're currently at 65 minutes.
65 minutes.
Do we have time to talk about action film?
I don't know. What kind of structure were you going for? Like,
I honestly didn't really have one.
All right, okay. This sounds like something we should have planned before.
You know what? It's been a weird one this week.
Yeah, I'm still jet lagged. I'm 5 hours behind.
Yeah,
so...
I thought we'd have 2 extra people to talk with.
Yeah.
we don't. News wasn't as good as... Well, nothing really happened in news.
No.
And everyone being away, it didn't really quite work out. But, you know...
It's alright.
Yeah.
Hope you enjoyed still.
Yeah. Unfortunately, we'll probably just end it here. Because...
Yeah.
We're over an hour. And I have said that anywhere between an hour and 2 hours is fine.
Yeah.
So...
Right, watch Stranger Things.
Yeah.
It's just under 8 hours. You can do it in a day. I did it in a day. If you've got Netflix, you've got no excuse. So watch it. It's brilliant.
Yeah, definitely watch it. I have been watching a load of stuff. Making a Murderer is great. Watch that. I've been watching Archer.
All right.
Have you watched any of that?
I have not, no.
It's great. It's like... It's as good as I thought Family Guy was when I first started watching that.
Right. Yeah, I watched, while I was in America, the Family Guy is on American Netflix.
Yeah.
So I watched a couple of the new series.
Oh.
It's not as good as it used to be.
No.
And I know that sounds cliche, but it's not.
It's just the same thing. No?
Yeah. There are a few... There's moments that make me laugh, but there were like entire episodes where I didn't find anything funny.
Yeah.
And that's just... It's disappointing, really.
Yeah. So on that note...
On that disappointing note...
yeah. Thanks for listening, guys.
Yeah.
If you want to check us out over on the YouTube, then go over there. I'll leave a link in the description.
Oh.
I didn't 2 weeks ago.
Right.
I didn't put any links in the 2 weeks ago.
Or maybe you're already on YouTube and you need to go over to iTunes and subscribe there.
So people who want to listen on iTunes, if you subscribe, you'll get this as soon as it comes out. Otherwise, it's like 2 or 3 days later.
Right.
I'm not sure why.
Okay.
iTunes is really stupid.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I can't see the analytics for iTunes.
Right.
At all.
At all.
At all.
Like, there's no way. Oh.
Nope. I don't know how.
Right. Well, there probably is a way, you just don't know how.
Yeah, but that's time consuming to figure out what that way is.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
so,
subscribe on iTunes. Leave a review. Yeah. We have 0 reviews, probably because we have 0 fans.
Hey, we have like 3 dedicated listeners, and then the rest of it's made up
the
by
3 dedicated listeners: me, you, and Brandon. I don't even think Brandon's a dedicated listener. Right, Brandon, I'm calling you out if you're listening to this.
Brandon's not a dedicated member. He didn't even show up today.
Yeah, he's not been in more episodes than he has been in.
Yeah. We're joking, Brandon. Kind of. Alright, yeah, so we'll leave it there. Yeah, so if you subscribe to us on YouTube, we will be doing some little videos every now and again. I know I said this, right? I said this loads.
Mm-hmm.
But coming up, we've got a few films that are coming out early to us in the UK.
Yeah.
So we'll probably... But they're not big enough to really talk about on the podcast.
Yeah.
So we'll probably just do little video reviews over on the YouTube channel for them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Make sure you tune in next week because Suicide Squad's out.
Yeah. Can DC redeem itself?
I hope so. Because Batman vs Superman made me want to die.
Yeah. And I love Cara Delevingne and she's in this. So
yeah, but I think she's the villain and I think she's gonna die.
Oh no. I'll get to see her. It's fine.
Oh, did I mention the Flash news? I didn't mention it.
Do you want to edit it in somewhere?
No, I'm just going to put it here.
Right.
The Flash is going to be in Suicide Squad. All right. Thanks, guys.
Bonus
See you next
news.
week.